Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. Previously, we wrapped up Day 7 and prepared for Daniel's escape from the town. And today, we move on to Day 8. Alright, Day 8, which the Bachelor falsely considers good. The Inspector again.
What we can't cut short, we will cut down.
What is wrong with you, Dankovsky? An inquiry is usually about clarifying details. The extraneous is trimmed away in the process, and my files grow thinner. But with you, it's the opposite. Your past is forever branching and multiplying. Why? Because you aren't actually trimming away the extraneous. You're just blocking all my attempts to defend myself. You've heard of Occam's razor, haven't you? You shouldn't multiply entities beyond necessity. The simplest explanation is always the most correct. Do you seriously believe that? How dreary it must be to be you, although it explains a lot. That is precisely what I'm talking about. That is why the transcripts of our conversations are so wordy. You are incapable of concise thoughts. You drown in details and consistently get carried away by some other events. Have you forgotten that brevity is the soul of wit? Why do you ask me questions if you're not willing to accept the answers? You are impossibly stubborn, Bachelor, but as you wish. Let's get back to your testimony. Where were we? The 8th day of your inglorious odyssey. An important one, was it not? I'd go so far as to call it a turning point, since that was the day another looming threat emerged in the town. And by another threat, do you mean the polyhedron? No, but it's funny you should mention it. Something did happen with it on the 8th day, correct? I believe a body was found beneath the polyhedron that day. Are you deliberately feeding me lines, hoping I'll get confused and agree? Don't hold your breath. Take a look. Here's what my files say. On the 8th day, Bachelor Denkovsky abandoned all his medical duties. He took a stroll beneath the polyhedron, wandered through the atrium, and examined some drawings on the walls. What is this? Did you decide to take a day off? Like you said, the town faced a crisis of power on the 8th day. The ruling families were either decapitated or weakened. That was what mattered, not where I was wandering. And what did you do about it? I gained more power, inevitably. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, nothing to go off of, even though he just said, there's a dead body. There's something down there. The bull! The bull got upstairs! Oh my.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Routine. Second day of bull observation. Analysis required again. Did the sand plague survive? I missed something there. Understanding Simon. Georgi is waiting for me to tell me a bit more about his great brother. Oh wow, the town looks relatively manageable today. No one to decree. Viable, sellable. Why did I even take this bull? Nothing but trouble from it. A bull hurricane swept through the command tablet, all decrees in shreds. What? And the secretary vanished somewhere, the horror. Wait, my decrees are all gone? No, bull, you're supposed to... Farewell note? Note from Anna Angel? He ate my decree board! I still love you. You're forgiven. Look at him! He was just hungry is all. Farewell notes. Um, Farewell, Dr. Dinkowski. I'm going to the cathedral, and do not expect to return to the emergency command. I believe you understand the reasons that have driven me to this action, and I ask you not to try to stop me. I am grateful for the time I served under your command, your secretary, Heron. Come on, why? The secretary is at the Inquisitor's interrogation. Time to bail him out. I can't restore the decrees alone. Yeah, I need him here, especially today. A note from Anna Angel. Interesting. Daniel Dinkowski, I am compelled to write to you because no one else in the town cares about anything. I know for certain that one of the houses in the crude sprawl has become a breeding ground for the plague, where filthy scum and other diseased vermin huddle together. I am talking about one of the wooden houses. Your orderlies and patrolmen are taking no action whatsoever. I demand that you take action personally. I beg you. Your inaction may cost us too dearly. P.S. Do not look for me. I have already told you everything I know. Sincerely yours, Anna Angel. Check the infected house that orderlies avoid. I received a strange letter from a strange letter resembling a denunciation. Maybe Eva knows this Angel. I know Anna Angel. I met her previously. Anyway, let's test the bull first and foremost. Second bull analysis. Second day of bull observation. Analysis required again. Did the sand plague survive? Both of these thought bubbles say the exact same thing. All three of them did, actually. I forgot to loot the drawer up there. I need all the supplies I can get. Also, I think I need to charge the Plague Finder. I mean, the prototype. I keep calling it that. Okay, anyone here today? Nope, let's go talk to Eva.
Sometimes I wonder what is beyond wonders.
I know that look. You always glance a little sideways when you're in trouble. I found a note this morning. Anna Angel writes about an infected house in the crude sprawl. And what's wrong with that? I don't know. I can't quite put a finger on it, but something is off. Perhaps in the letter itself? Are you frightened? Uh, yes. What if it's some not... Yes, what if it's some kind of trap? If you're unsure, just don't go inside alone. You have patrolmen assigned to your emergency command. Take at least a couple of them with you, for your own sake. You're right. I should send a few patrolmen to watch my back. Okay, I've used 5 patrolmen today, and I've sent them to the crude sprawl. You know, we did have a quest in the crude sprawl, literally... Oh yeah, literally at that same building that Clara went to, and there was, like, howling and stuff going on there. So maybe it is best to bring some back up.
A pinewood house, a knife of brass, a friend in words. These are all glass.
Wait, I haven't warned you about the mess yet. There's such chaos in the Stillwater today. What are you talking about? Basio was agitated all night, and when he's agitated, he chews, so he chewed up your papers with the emergency command decrees. I hope it tasted good. Someone should be happy about this situation. I went to check on him this morning, and it was already too late. I hope he doesn't get sick from all that ink and paper. Everyone will get sick because of the eaten paper. Those were decrees. Decrees! Oh, that's not a problem, is it? You issued those decrees. Sign them. Read them every day. Probably know them by heart at this point. I might remember some things, but definitely not all of them. It's a whole system with complex interrelationships. Don't fuss so much. I don't know anything about bureaucracy, but there must be some solution. Yes, you're right. That solution has a name, Heron. With his good memory and meticulousness, he'll make up for the losses in one evening. By the way, where is he? Haven't I told you yet? When I saw the mangled papers, I was so scared that Heron would be angry at the bull, but he's still not here, even though he usually shows up before dawn. Anyways, the children who play in the garden saw Karminski's men take your secretary away early this evening. This is very strange. It seemed to me that Karminski was quite satisfied with the work of the committee, and now suddenly he's taken my secretary. I don't know. All I know is that Heron's things are gone too. He kept his personal writing supplies here, gifts from Big Vlad. I guess they made him feel more ease at work. I'll go to the cathedral right away and find out what's going on. There's no need to panic yet. He said not to come. Did he do this on his... Oh, what is this? Someone trying to cast a curse? Nonsense. What do they mean? Step brands, blood. Ra is familiar with local folklore. I hope yesterday's trial isn't a reason for him to skip hospital work today. Someone daubed primitive step signs at the Stillwater stores. In blood. Is this some attempt to curse me? Need to find someone versed in step semantics. I want to understand if this is a curse or a cry for help. Okay, interesting. Lots to do, lots to do.
In every shard, a new me.
But first, I need my emergency command. There's a lot going on here. I have a meeting with the judge. A mournful hum echoes through the town. Its source is somewhere here. And the Inquisitor must be interrogating Heron right now. A mournful hum. I definitely hear something. It sounds like someone's speaking. What's going on back there? Dogheads? Oh, good God. They're gonna burn them! I should step in. On account of the above-mentioned transgressions, the above-mentioned persons are condemned to the above-mentioned burning at the stake. Let it be also known that they were bad masters to their above-mentioned second souls. Yeah, where are your foxes now? I'm telling you, we should drown them, not burn, to abide by the law. If they really do have two souls, water won't hurt them, and they will float like foam. You have crossed a line here. What did you tie them to stakes for? Help me, sir. They're totally wild. I was just walking by when they grabbed me by the hair and dragged me here. I cannot burn. The chieftain will be mad at me. Silence. You will have your final word before the execution. But for now, keep silent. Hello, Doctor. Finally, you are here. We've been waiting for you. Everything is ready then? We can commence the execution? Do you think we'll finish burning them by sundown? May I inquire what these poor children are accused of? I told ya, we don't need a doctor. He helped them cage out our Khan. He's on their side. You insisted on abiding by the law. This is what you get. These citizens are accused of terrible crime, dishonoring the treaty. It's a lie. You were the ones who broke the treaty. You attacked us, not the other way around. We attacked you because you attacked us. Had you not attacked us, we would not have attacked you. But since you did attack, we attacked you too. So it's all your fault. You're getting on my nerves. Untie them from these stakes. There will be no executions today. Hey, you're not the one in command here. We invited you here, Doctor, because the agreement demands it. The treaty says that an adult eyewitness should be present at the executions. So stand still and eyewitness, with your mouth shut. We honor the treaty, but they took hostages. They put Khan into a cage, those bastards. Khan walked into that cage on his own accord to save one of you, to prevent war. Is this what you make of his sacrifice? We put him into the cage. Who put him into the cage, huh? Tell us who did it. It was all because of you, big city mug. According to this line of thought, you should execute me, not him. Here I am. You may try, but let these poor soul and a halves go. Why isn't it burning? Hey Jackdaw, did you bring a damp kindling? The kindling is fine. It's not catching fire because the prisoners are blowing air at it, snuffing the flame. Tell them to stop breathing. I should put an end to this, all of this. If you don't burn anyone today, you might as well try tomorrow. This cannot go on. I don't want to end it, though. Why are you looking at me, executioners? I'm just an eyewitness. I'm eyewitnessing your incompetence. Hey, Swift, so you lied when you said you knew how to burn people at the stake? No, it's true. I've burned thousands of men. It's the doctor's fault. He put his evil eye in the flame, and it gutters out. Don't just stand there, Doctor. Do you have matches, perhaps? Help us light the fire. I am warning you. Khan will learn about this. Let them go immediately. Well, this wasn't the source of the noise. Behind the cathedral, children arrange mob justice, and they've invited me to legitimize it. Perhaps the children were just playing, but if I had intervened, they would surely have worked themselves into a frenzy and burned their rivals. Replaced with exile? Maybe it's the polyhedron where this noise is coming from. Let's start with the cathedral. I need Heron. Ultimatum. The children are one step from slaughter. This can't go on. I must demand Nodkin release the enemy leader. Oh! Okay, well, we've started that quest. We might as well finish it. But first this. Good day to you, Doctor. Do you have business with our esteemed Inquisitor? I have business with you, Heron. Numerous matters concerning the emergency command. All I can offer is my condolences. Did they accuse you of something, or are they summoning you as a witness? I will do my best to get you out. I'm a witness to your incompetence, but don't worry, I'm not here in that capacity. Yesterday, I spent the entire day observing the effect of Inquisitor Karminski's arrival and made some calculations. As a result, I've decided to transfer to his service as a temporary assistant. What? Inquisitor Karminski took my offer with utmost seriousness and has already assigned me tasks far more meaningful than anything you ever gave me. As you certainly understand, I cannot disclose the details. The Inquisition is not your play pretend emergency command. So if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work. Are you out of your mind, Heron? Do you have any idea what the Inquisition is like? For them, you're expendable, and you'll learn that sooner than later. And you'll learn that sooner than you think. Like all people lacking mental discipline, you're susceptible to the temptation of conspiracy theories. I won't indulge you in that sin. I hope you won't have to learn the hard way that I'm right. Enough. Boost Vlad sent me to you to maintain order during an emergency. But you, Doctor, are your own sort of emergency. I have no power to fight you. However, I'd rather help those who put out fires, not light new ones. How does abandoning the emergency command count as maintaining order? I believe that doomed endeavors should be abandoned. I believe that doomed endeavors should be abandoned, not sustained in their agonizing death throes by one's labor and skills. I'm not going back to the emergency command. Unfortunately, the emergency command desk needs you more than ever. The entire documentation on decrees perished. Why am I not surprised? I haven't even been gone for 1 day and you already have a disaster on your hands. Spare me the details. I'm sure it's another shining example of your abysmal organization. It does not matter. What matters is restoring the emergency command's operations as soon as possible. Sorry, I cannot help you. I work for a different organization now. You may ask for assistance at the town hall. You'll have to wait in line, though. Restoring the decree is not about my reputation. It's about the well-being of the whole town. Oh, he quit on me. Stenographers who filled out decrees sit in town hall. Surely they have draft materials left. Now Heron serves the Inquisitor, and I'll have to restore the decrees myself, with help from their direct executors. God. Okay. What about this mournful hum? Alright, let's prioritize this for right now. Because this really is very important.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
So let's go to town hall. People who processed every one of my decrees work here. How may I be of service, Dr. Dinkowski? I'm looking for my typesetters. Where are they stationed? In the room right behind me, but I must warn you, they very much dislike being distracted for no good reason. What's your business with them, if you don't mind me asking? I have a very good reason for being here. A bull ate all of my decrees. Yeah. He's usually a good boy and doesn't eat paperwork, but today he just... So they don't like being disturbed? Should I watch what they say? So all of you guys technically work for me, huh? Oh, hi. This is... Okay. This is interesting. Has she been working in town hall since she arrived? Since she arrived? Well, let's start with you. This is an interesting character model. Egel. Egel? Egel? Capitolina, what are you doing? Why are you using these old forms? What? I fill in the forms the emergency command gives me. I mean the old forms, such as giveth and taketh. Why do you use them? Oh, this is my calligraphic cursive. You're always in a rush, but I put in the time to make handwritten documents both pretty and important looking. Documents with a capital D. Oh, that's why I cannot read a word of your writing. I hate to interrupt you, but I have a question about these documents. The emergency command ran into certain issues. Oh, Dr. Denkovsky. No need to get mad. If you don't like my pretty cursive, I won't waste time on it. At least I'll try. No, I love the cursive. I just wish we could reproduce those giveths and takeths, you see. All decrees got eaten by a bull. Come again? We keep a bull at the Stillwater. His name is Basio. At night, he ate all the decrees. My, oh my, this is quite something. Oh, maybe you have a unique model and a name because you're gonna come to the you're gonna replace Heron and move in. That would be cool. With all due respect, Doctor, we are doing an important job here. We have no time for pranks, or whatever it is you have in mind. Just tell me where I can get a complete list of decrees. We don't keep one. We do one job, making printed or handwritten copies. No need to panic, Dr. Dinkovsky. While we do not keep a list, I have leftover pages. They are blank, but they kind of give you the idea. Let me give them for you. Let me get them for you. What use are blank pages? I will never recall all the information to fill them. This is terrible. A decree is much more than a blank page. It's the bureaucratic machinery with sums and totals and numbers. Who, what, where, and how much. There's no way we can restore all of it. You're not helping, Capitolina. I recommend you talk to the workers and messengers, Doctor. Together, we can fix what's been broken. Workers and messengers? But surely there's a lot of them. How can the workers and messengers help? The workers fulfilled your decrees. The messengers run around telling everyone what their job is. The messengers are all young lads. A fresh mind is like a sponge. It absorbs everything. I, on the other hand, am not a girl anymore. Sometimes I have trouble remembering what day of the week it is. The boys must be in hindquarters. With no new decrees since morning, they ran away to play. Look for the workers and the skinners. They are unloading something. Why the long face? You don't have to look for them, but mark my words. We should think together where one mind falls. My mind definitely cannot manage this alone. Thank you. So where's Agle? Ooh, blank decree forms. That's an artifact. And fill it in yourself. I have blank decree forms. Somewhere in the hindquarters, the staff's child couriers loiter idle. Workers who previously executed decrees on city streets rest in the Skinners. Where's Agle? Where is she? Also, no, we're not addressing her at all? Oh, there she is. I do so hope you'll come to work in the Stillwater. I gotta go. Let's go. Where should we head? Here and here? Looks good. They're probably... What's this? Are you the couriers then? I thought you guys would be in the playground. Scram! That beanpole's here. Beanpole? Did you just call me a beanpole? Please don't hurt me, mister. I didn't do it. It's all their fault. What didn't you do? I only fixed a word on a decree card once, just for laughs, and the typesetters pulled me by the ears for it. I haven't touched the card since, I swear. Really? And what word did you fix? It said deploy a patrol, and I changed it to destroy a patrol. Why is every child stressing me out today? And did the patrol get destroyed or not? I wish, but nah. They just boxed my ears and gave me a smack upside the head for my trouble. Okay, good, because this would have explained why so many of my decrees go wrong. No one actually does what the decrees say. You mean you can actually read? I can. My older brother taught me. He said you have to train your mind and read everything you see if you ever want to get out of this town. That's the only way to have a real life, without holy shoes. So you read all the decree cards? Every single one. Here are the forms. Please write out all the instructions as you remember them. You can even joke about destroying a patrol, as long as it's not in every other decree. Destroying a patrol. You would trust me with such an important task? Me, personally? Does that mean my brother was right? Reading really can help you make it in real life. The emergency command will pay you a bonus once everything is sorted out. It's just that I know how to destroy a patrol. I mean, deliver orders and instructions, but I'm not good with numbers. They're boring. That's a shame. Instructions are almost worthless without the balance sheet. You should go to the workers, mister. All the loaders count their crates in as they load away. They're at the Skinners now. We know that for sure. I most certainly will, as soon as your friend finishes with the instructions. Decree forms with titles. Illuminated letter. I did forget to look at my artifacts. I have instructions for the decrees, but not the numbers. We need numbers. Decree forms with titles. Almost ready to use orders. They lack only the calculations. Without them, they're more harmful than useful. Okay, so he remembered all the, like, titles of each decree I had. But now we need, stats. We need math. We need some math here. Let's go get some math. Oh, here we go. They're not doing anything, actually. They brought a bunch of chairs out here. Chairs? Why chairs, of all things? We should set them out in rows for an audience to watch. What? Another Immortals Mystery play? What do you think, Jansek? Jansek? Can't think right now. I'm counting the chairs. What are the chairs good for? What are the chairs for? Not the slightest idea, Doctor. No new decrees today. They gave us all these chairs and no instructions. I fulfilled lots of decrees for the emergency command, but this mess is out of the ordinary. What? I don't remember any decrees that had to do with rocking chairs. That's because there was no such decree. All the income and outgo numbers. I remember them to the last digit, and I haven't seen no rocking chairs nowhere. Might be some kind of joke, to keep us busy while we're waiting for real decrees. You remember all decrees to the last digit? This is Jansek you're talking to. He's a genius, remembers everything. Ask away. Go on, Jansek. Tell us how many buttons are on Governor Sabarov's coat. Depends. If you count the 4 buttons on the half belt on the back, then it's 14. If you only count the ones in the front, it's 10. The desk where I keep the emergency command's decrees was damaged. I need help restoring them. Let's recruit Jansek and that girl from Town Hall to replace Heron. Let's get them in the emergency command. If we're talking income and outgo, I can help. I remember every digit, but I cannot restore the wording, the instructions. I remember sums and totals, not sentences. Quite the selective gift you have. Stop calling it a gift. According to this logic, the pest is also a gift. I never asked for it. That is exactly what a gift means, something you didn't ask for. I never asked for your opinion, nor for any comments regarding my state. Doctors can't help but poke at other people's gifts with their knives. Sorry, Jansek, this came out the wrong way. Please, write down the numbers you remember. Figures. Build in decree forms. I have resource calculations for executing decrees. Time to restore the command table. Oh, I was kind of hoping I'd get to return to the town hall. I met some interesting people today. And, so I guess I just have to run the emergency command myself now? I was hoping to replace Heron. But, it is what it is. We'll make do. My decisions echo in the future. Order restored. Yep, there's your dinner. Just think, what chaos one bowl can produce when in the right place. Staff workers are tied by daily life. Yeah, and they even saved everything. Shall we do anything today? How about we celebrate with some colorful lanterns? Is there anything I haven't done yet? How did the bull even make it upstairs? Oh, did we ever do this? Appeasing the kin? Place traditional folk amulets against plague throughout town districts. Minus 100 contagion and minus 15 unrest. Let's try this out. Alright. Your dinner is prepared. Please go downstairs though, Bull. I love you, but you're gonna have to squeeze back down here. Don't know how you how you made it up there, honestly. Alright, we have a little bit of time left in this day. Let's maybe go to the hospital and try to get a patient done.
Vibrant.
Oh, looks like that's the
Everything's so
to appease the kin. NB, the town loves the symbol of the circle, both stepfolk and townsfolk. An attribute of love, death, divination, glory, muse, and messiah. What's... oh, I guess this is decorations too. I hope they boiled it in hot water. Untreated remains can become a source of infection. Many diseases are transmitted from animals to humans. Who's over there? Sticky? What are you doing here? You probably shouldn't be here.
I know the lines too. How else could I find my way around all the attics, and the cellars, and those twisty yards?
What do you want, Emshim? Curious. Barah used to be the only one who called me Emshim. I am Barah, Emshim. Artemi Barah. Tanil Saya. You impersonate him quite well. Where's the man himself? Bear has gone off to talk to the steppe, listen to the herbs, and search for Utka. He has left me in charge, Emshim. I love Sticky so much. Of course, just when I need him. His trail's gone cold. Actually, since you're his stand-in now, tell me about sigils. Endi Garagti. You speak steppe? Namna alim ugyegti. You don't speak the language, do you? You're just repeating phrases you've heard Barras say, like a parrot. A small, pesky parrot. You spoke to me first, Emshim. What do you want? Someone drew a sigil in blood on the wall of the Stillwater. I'd like to find out what it means. The sigils are bull brands. They're the language of the steppe, Emshim. You may have been cursed or blessed. Can you read sigils? The worms in the steppe village know sigils. Only they can say if you've been blessed or cursed, but I can tell just by looking at you that it's cursed. There's nothing alive left in you, Emshim. You are a hollow man. The worms? You mean the Odong? And they're in the village to boot. It's going to be a long hike. Yeah, something we're not going to do today. Asaba? In the steppe village beyond the town's borders, one can meet a healer who knows how to interpret signs. I can't believe it. It's day 8. And only now we get to meet Aspity. She's, like, one of the very few people I've left to not meet. Actually, we still got quite a few people, honestly. But that'll have to wait a bit. Let's get started with the patients. I think there's 4? 5? Oh no. Yakov, what's going on here?
Simon spoke to everyone, even me.
Doctor, may I trouble you with something? I've been gathering a bit of statistics. When exactly it was that our patients first came down with the sand pest? I mean the ones with intercurrention. You are rather taken with scientific inquiry, it seems. One day you want to experiment on bulls, the next you're fascinated by statistics. Beg your pardon for my curiosity. I swear it doesn't get in the way of the work. Anyway, as far as the numbers go, it turns out we get visited only by those who lived with the sandpest for a day or two. 3 if they're hardy, which is already remarkable, seeing how most people last 5 hours at most. But it got me thinking, might there be someone who holds out even longer? Someone who just lives through it without any help? Like the Bound, maybe? Are they gonna bring this up? You're asking how long an intercurrent patient can survive without any medical intervention? Exactly that. And what happens to them, scientifically speaking? I mean, they obviously die sooner or later, but what breaks them? What makes the intercurrention barrier give way? It is indeed an interesting question. But, well, we can't just go and not treat our own patients, can we? Simply watching them suffer, that wouldn't be right. Not to mention, it would take quite a while. Oh, I see what he's saying. He's saying that, there are some patients with diseases who, if they were untreated, might survive even longer, but we're treating their alternate diseases. So I keep thinking, the pest's been in town for nearly a week now. What if there's someone out there who caught it at the very start, and they're still alive somehow? I like where your thoughts are going, Little. I'll consider how we might find such a case. Step for science. Must search. The mortises? The mortises? The mortuses? The mortises haven't encountered a sample yet. Experimenting on hospital patients is unethical and useless. I'll keep my eye open. We're on the verge of a discovery. An intercurrent patient who lived long enough without treatment would help greatly.
Signs follow Maria like iron follows a magnet. It's uncanny.
It's just the 5th day for our hospital, and it feels like an eternity already. I feel like I was born here, lived my whole life here, and will probably die here too. You're just tired. No wonder. You work nights. You oversee the prescriptions in the process of creating the vaccine, but unfortunately, I can't give you a day off just yet. I'm not complaining. Not really. I just can't wrap my head around it. All my life, shrinking to the 5 hospital days. How can that be? Let's move on to the patients, shall we? Alright, but don't push yourself too hard, Little. At least find the time to get some sleep. These people await your attention. Toppy, this won't be easy. Also Crow, who will get a pitchfork in the belly if he ever leaves the hospital. The Haggard, Ashtrilled, and Petrol. Not quite right in the head, that one. You think the townsfolk are up in arms against Crow? What did he do that was so horrible? Crow's a businessman, several warehouses, a shop for selling, and he also deals with his customers directly. He's been in this for a very long time. Everyone knows him. And now they say his goods are infected. That he won't stop at anything for money. He denies everything, of course. Tell me about Astrid. She's come on her own, wanting to get her fever down, said she needed nothing else, all the while looking like she's been plowing a field all by her lonesome. Now I take the plague tests from anyone I can get my hands on, and here it is, positive test. What's wrong with Petrol? Do you suspect insanity? The orderlies have found him near the cathedral. He was crawling down the steps, though maybe he was returning from the Inquisitor like that. You know how it is. They ask him, like, are you unwell? And he just babbles some nonsense. Had to bring him here. Found out he has the plague. His memory's kind of cloudy. At least he remembered he was called Petrol. That's something. Why wouldn't it be easy with Top Eye? Her mother's brought her. She'll talk your ear off, that one. I have no idea how to make her stop. Oh god. Alright then, time to start working. You're Petrol, you're the mother. Let's leave you guys. They said Crow had a shop that could possibly be infected, so I assume that you're gonna be the patient for today that takes us along a big quest. So let's start with one of you two. Yeah, you. Oh god, yuck. What was that? Nasty. Isn't this our excellent doctor? A very good day to you. I'm infinitely happy that my health is now in your capable hands, and that your keen mind will analyze my case most comprehensively. It's a pleasure to treat such a courteous patient. Tell me, what brings you to the hospital? What is this? What is he doing here? That's not a cough, is it? I work like a horse. Deliver this. Sell that. My age is beginning to tell. My household expands, and I need to feed all those mouths. I have to work hard at the expense of my own health. Business never asks whether you are feeling well. Do you have any idea how busy I am? Can we please move from your biography to more specific complaints? Any aches and pains? Please don't tell me if it's melancholy. I have a sore throat. My joints are acting up. Not sure if this means anything, but my wife says I started eating less. I'm always busy, running around. It's no surprise I often skip lunch. Sore throat, joints acting up, loss of appetite. There's stuff going on here. We need to start taking notes, I think. Nothing there. He said sore throat. We can check that off. Maybe joint pain? Joint pain? Joints are acting up. Okay. Joint pain? Vision? He has red eyes. For sure, red eyes. Skin? There's some redness going on there. He might be having difficulty breathing, if that's what that animation is. And he said loss of appetite. Would that be bulimia? Overeating and the urge to lose weight. Maybe not. I think we'll leave it for there. You have too many symptoms, sir. You are losing appetite then? Not sure if losing is the right word. When I come home, I'm so exhausted I cannot manage a single bite. Kids are used to finishing my lunch. It's for the better, actually. I've got so many mouths to feed. Huh. I'm so exhausted I cannot manage a single bite. What? I love making villager sounds. Sorry. Hmm. What could that possibly be? Skin symptoms may be hated. Loss of appetite is gastrointestinal. Loss of appetite. Oh, there we go. Do you have a lot of children? 2 of them. 2 is hardly many. Do you have children of your own? No. Then you don't know what you're talking about. Hang on, you've got me confused. Did you lose your appetite, or have you been giving your share to your children? Maybe I haven't lost it. As I said, my wife had noticed it, so I'm informing you. Damn, okay, so loss of appetite may or may not be a symptom. Okay, keep in mind, loss of appetite, we could maybe check that, remove that. When did you get a sore throat? 5 days ago, probably. The air gets arid in the fall. Makes one thirsty. I was probably running around. It felt too hot and drank cold well water. No wonder my throat reacted. It happens only this time. It's not going away. Okay, he drank cold well water. Let's take note of that. How are your joints acting up? I can bend, but I cannot straighten out for the pain. I can bend, but I cannot straighten out for the pain. I must make money, but I'm creaking like an old cart. I wish the kids pulled their weight, but it's a lost cause. All they know is take, take. They never lifted a finger to earn coin. Very interesting, but I still cannot come to a certain conclusion. What do you mean? What am I supposed to do, doctor? My trade has come to a standstill. Step behind the screen. An examination will lead us to clarity. Whoa, heartbeat. Okay, heartbeat is crazy. Clearly heart problems. Working without rest can work you to death. Unhealthy thinness, of course, says he regularly forgets to eat. A symptom or not? Okay, so thin and heart problem, high heart rate. Oh, his back is peeling. I didn't mention this complaint. Didn't notice with how busy he is? Skinny arms. Legs. Legs reverse. Okay, peeling back, skinny, and heart rate. Rapid pulse. Skin? Is that gonna be peeling? Epicytosis? No. What would even be skin peeling? There's a symptom for is it dystrophy? Dystrophy? Yes, dystrophy. That's the low weight. Maybe rash? I'll check off rash, and then we'll see if he mentions it. Okay, so far, I could possibly check off these, but still it doesn't lead me to anything. Don't tell me I'm done for, doctor. If I am, just lie to me. It's too early for that sort of talk. Let us go through some details. Ask away. Attention to detail matters in any business. Just remember that time is money, especially mine. Too many symptoms, this can't be right. Some need to be rolled out. Really? I checked off too many things? But I checked off everything I've been told. I guess I could... Okay, let's see if these add up to anything. If you'll mention any of that. There we go. Your pulse is rapid. Your pulse is rapid. Have you had that for long? I'm working like a horse here, doctor. Of course my heart's struggling to keep up with the workload. It may have worsened a bit lately, I suppose. I don't pay it much attention. That's, villager sounds. Okay, this is an unclear symptom then. It may or may not be a symptom of whatever he's got going on. Your eyes are red. Yeah, I noticed that too. Recently, I noticed that too recently. My workload must be taking its toll. At my business, I'm a man of all trades. Shopkeep, porter, loader, errand runner. When you're rubbing your eyes after unloading 20 sacks of potatoes, you don't always have a spare minute to wash them first. Everyone has an excuse for everything, and I'm sick of it. Every patient can explain every symptom and tell me that they're not symptoms, even if they are symptoms. There's these spots on your face. Are they new? It's the step of wind, doctor. Harsh as a whip. There's nowhere to hide from it out there. Not a house, not a barn. All the way to the horizon. The wind bit me. That's all. The steppe, you say? Have you been trading with any steppe people? Can't trade with those who got nothing. No, Doctor, the stepfolk bring no profit, but they helped me with my latest shipment. I owe them greatly for that. Helped you how? With this quarantine mess. I was on the way back from Nizhny with a heavy load when they stopped the trains. I had to get off in the middle of nowhere with all my cargo. So I paid some stepfolk to be my porters and guides. I would never have found my way home without them. You are resourceful. I hope you paid them enough for their efforts. How was the journey itself? I'm here, aren't I? Cargo and all. I'm tired as a dog, but I couldn't just abandon the supplies. It's been years since I've slept under the open sky, face pressed into the grass. How do they live like that? Face pressed into the grass. That is interesting. Ain't nothing interesting about that, Doctor, or pleasant. Can't recommend it to anyone. And the grass was no good. Not exactly dead, but moldy or something. I did my best to deliver the cargo. If I had just dropped it, I wouldn't have had to sleep on the ground. Okay. He addressed some things. Patient's history is collected? Now I know everything, but I don't know everything. He didn't address his skin. I have like 10 symptoms that are all possibly not even symptoms. He didn't even address his possibly difficulty breathing. So maybe this is incorrect? He said the sore throat might not be a symptom. I think for sure we have joint pain though. He also said not to worry about the red eyes because he's been rubbing his eyes and he touches nasty stuff all day. Not with this one apparently. He also said the step winds were why his skin looked like that. But he didn't address his... And he also said the rapid pulse was because he was literally hauling cargo and working hard. But getting rid of these things don't even give me anything. I had rash selected, he didn't address that. I didn't do ichthyosis. It's ichthyosis, there we go. Are you aware of the lesion on your back? That scaly patch? Yeah, looks like a peeling sunburn. Which is strange. It ain't summer. I don't make a habit of working shirtless. Honestly, I have no idea how I managed to catch the sun. That was so helpful. Thank you, sir. No, it wasn't. I need some time to think about your case. Please be patient and wait. He addressed it. So then it was ichthyosis. I'm feeling either step dryness or serpent syndrome. Now, assuming we went with step dryness, that would mean that he was telling the truth about his appetite and dystrophy, because those aren't symptoms of step dryness. So, these aren't actually symptoms then. That would also mean that his joint pain and sore throat, even though he had explanations for those, they were symptoms, as well as his rapid pulse. But the red eyes, that's also a symptom. I'm tempted to play with the microscope, but I worry about having to get more reagents. Okay, now let's take a look at my serpent syndrome. That was my second one. That would explain the red eyes, dystrophy, and ichthyosis, but it wouldn't explain joint pain or sore throat, but he had an explanation for that, and it wouldn't explain appetite or dystrophy, but he had an explanation for that. Yeah, I think we're gonna lock in step dryness. That I feel like that makes the most amount of sense. And also, if I did select difficulty breathing, which could be what his animation was doing, then that would also give me another symptom for that. You, Sir Crow, have confused me for who knows how long now, and I would like to be done with this. Let's run back to the still water before the day ends and get our results. And then we will start out with some other day 8 quests, and then we'll return to the hospital to finish up some other patients. Who are you? Oh, you're the cathedral caretaker. Watches over the cathedral. Is he even allowed outside? A man with fish eyes. Greetings, Daniel. Welcome to the Stillwater. Another creation of the architect who was named Farkad after his death. What? What was his name when he was alive, then? He was named Farkad after he died? I have so many questions. What was his name when he was alive, then? And you, have you got a name? No one knows that anymore. All this talk about names, you shouldn't have begun it at all, really. I've begun it? Was I the one who said that weird thing about Farkad the architect? Named after death, I say. No, I'd rather ask this question. Oh, caretaker, how could you leave the cathedral unattended? People barge in there now, carrying earth, singing borrowed songs. Disaster has struck the cathedral. The Inquisition is stomping on its ways with its iron heels. Inquisitor Karminski has broken the cathedral's will and exiled all the wonders from it. All the dead and all the living, myself included. So you've decided to drop your anchor at the Stillwater? Please, I'm not asking for much. All I need is your permission, Daniel. Please let me stay in the Stillwater. Put a roof over my head. Yeah, no problem. Alright, you can stay. But there are 3 rules. I like rules. Without them, the world would have stumbled on itself long ago. Please tell me yours. Sing no borrowed earth. Waste no song. Carry no time. Your 3 rules carry a suspicious similarity to the cathedral's rules. Was that the intent? Is that all you find suspicious about the rules? Yes. You're such a bore, but alright, you can stay at the Stillwater. It's not like I could throw you out on the streets. To settle down in a new place, one needs to get permission from all its inhabitants, including the Creator. Such are the rules. How are you going to ask for the Creator's permission? How are you going to ask for the Creator's permission? Farkad's long been lying in the ground. Lying, reclining. A rule can be found for every case. For example, a learned man is a page in a book. One can address a nearby page, his learned colleagues, that is. It complicates things, of course, that the Onirotechs are over. Done for. No one's left alive. Wait a minute, isn't Yulia Lyrachiva one of the Onirotechs? She is, but I'm not counting her anymore. Why is that now? With my own ears, I've heard Maria Kaina at the cathedral, swearing that she'd avenge her father and no one would be safe from her fury. Not Karminski and not Lyrachiva. It is known how vicious the Kane's wrath is. Yulia is either dead already or 1 foot in the grave. She's also reclining in the ground. Do you believe Maria's capable of murder? This morning, calling upon the cathedral to bear witness, Maria Kaina promised to herself that she would settle her scores with the people responsible for the metaphysical death of her father, and right after that, she headed for the treble. When she rushed past me, a trail of misery and anger was following her. It's all over. Oh. Oh. Is Yulia really in danger? Yulia is such a character who you would never expect to get in danger. Like this, honestly. Like, she never does all that much. I hope I'm not too late. I hope there's still time. Each and everyone in this damn town is trying to drive each other into the ground. Revenge? We're not gonna have time for this. Lyrachiva is threatened, furious. Maria wants to avenge her father's madness on her. Oh my god, these quests are getting so good. Anyway, we need to get our results, and then we will, go once again back into the... There's a saying that, like, briefly fluttered through my mind. Like, once more into the maw of death? But that's not it. Anyway. So, was I correct? Probably not, honestly. I was very confused today. Oh my god, I got it right! The humble merchant Crow writes to you with gratitude and bows. I asked your assistants to let me read about my disease, and now a thought torments me. If I got infected from moldy grass during a steppe overnight stay, then my goods are truly infected. They were relying on the same grass, but this isn't a sandpest. It's an ailment that slows down the sandpest. And I sold them so cheaply.
He was always in a rush, like someone was stealing time from him. He even ate on the run. When he spoke, it was clear he was already thinking of something else. Because of that, people around him felt unneeded, I suppose. Like background, like obstacles. Additional seconds wasted, and nothing more.
Time flies, doesn't it? But I've achieved something, at least. Cobbled a panacea together.
Your panacea is useless. There's not enough of it. You won't even help 100 people. Me, I can save everyone.
This bullshit of yours could maybe fly 20 years ago. These days, no one would believe it.
20 years ago, it was all made of sand. Now...
Now what? Now it's made of living flesh?
Yes, I suppose. In any case, it's more alive than before. For it has been paid for with real lives.
Why did Artemis sound like that? Did they change his voice actor and I never got to see that yet? Cause that ain't my Artemis. Anyway, I desperately need to take a look at this. Because this is oh so interesting. The sandbox, the town, we got the polyhedron, we have bullhorns, and a little doll. And also, they moved, by the way. Clara was originally sitting down. But this is literally our sandbox. There's footsteps all over it. It's been trampled. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, fine gentleman. Excuse me, good boy. Eva? What do we have to talk about?
Oh, tread softly. Don't stir the earth.
Do you enjoy it? We had this conversation. Oh, wait, no we didn't. He didn't issue decrees. He was a calm, reflective man. There's more threat in Georgi for all his dignity. Simon was self-contained, and everyone felt it, and they rushed to accommodate him, naturally. It's a shame I only know the myth of Simon, not the man himself. Yes, pity. I'm sure you imagine someone very different from who he was. Then what was he like? His mind was quick. He'd sift 100 ideas before you'd finished wrestling with one. He understood any opponent with ease. And in debate, he defeated people from the inside, so to speak. No one could keep up with him, even when he grew old. I see. I really imagined something quite different. A mighty elder. Oh, amalgam. What more do we have to talk about?
That's okay. I've found a way. Everything is going to be just fine. You'll see.
I've been listening to them all day. The voices that the wind carries to the polyhedron. Some say they don't make any sense, but even if they don't, it doesn't matter. What matters is that they can still be heard. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Did you miss the most important event in town? That's a shame. Today, the polyhedron... No, you should see it for yourself. Hear it. I wouldn't be able to describe it. Intriguing. Or?
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch. Smooth as bone. Leave it alone.
She said the line. I know that look. You always glance a little sideways when you're in doubt. All right, about Anna Angel. But, let's go see Georgi first in the polyhedron. I think that's what today is about, mostly. A mournful hum echoes throughout the town. Its source is somewhere here. Georgi scheduled another meeting with me. Yeah, let's do this first today. There's also a, I think I know where the source is. I mean, there's other weird things around here that could be the source. It really is humming, though. I mean, not humming, but like distant conversations, or conversations I'm remembering, but not fully remembering. And she's here again. This mysterious woman. Radio wave. The polyhedron emits very strange, unearthly sounds. And is it just me, or has it tilted? I don't know. I feel like I don't look at this enough. This music, it's singing. Hakan Kazingim. Do you hear it too? A whole chorus. So beautiful I want to cry. Yamar Goyob. What are you blabbering, you crackpot? You call that music? They're just gibbering something in that lingo of theirs. Mom? Mom? Is that you? I can hear voices too. Is that possible? I woke up today from a humming in my head. Thought I was ill. Then I knew this wasn't my head. It was the polyhedron humming. What is this? Does this happen often? I've only arrived recently. Haven't sorted it out yet. Looks like the polyhedron has tilted. Or am I imagining it? I've always said this nasty thing will kill us all, will bury us all underneath. Told them so. Must never build into the sky. It's against the human law. It is. There's a punishment for this. There are children inside, aren't there? Isn't now the time to evacuate them? I suspect it was the kids who's caused this. There's just too many of them. The polyhedron's at its limits. Yeah, right. The children are to blame, not the one who stuck this doodad in here. Where are they, the Stavatins, those drunkards? Grab him by the scruff. Drag him here. Let him fix it. They're dead. A sensible suggestion, if a bit rudely phrased.
Camera Lumina. That's what he called it.
Ooh, I can't wait to finally figure out what Camera Lumina is. At last, just when I thought this drab town was all spent, all out of things happening. Then, all of a sudden, a concerto. Can you hear it? The music is heartbreaking. And the tower. Ah, it's promising something special today. A spectacle if there ever was one. This doesn't look like a spectacle, more like a disaster. Or a portent of one. Exactly! Isn't that impressive? Just imagine what happens if it collapses. I was beginning to think nothing interesting would come of that tower, that it would forever be just a dull eyesore ruining the skyline. But now? Now I'm intrigued. Are you joking? Yes and no. I suppose you've heard about the latest fad in the capital's theater circles? It's called plays where nothing happens. People drink tea on a porch for 3 hours, and then someone shoots himself. Off stage, of course. I like the concept, but I'm too old school for it myself. What sort of plays do you prefer then? I like the kind of emotion that slams you in the face and makes people shake uncontrollably as they walk out of the theater. A stage production is only good if it leaves you needing a doctor, a spa trip, a shot of morphine, a priest, or a coffin. And the tower is looking like a promise of genuine tragedy today. You're out of your mind. Madness was Madness would most certainly become me. But alas, I'm still of sound mind. I'm bored, that's all. Boredom is worse than a noose around your neck. You of all people should know, Bachelor. But the tower changed everything today. We are now the spectators of a tragedy most genuine and sublime. Is there something you know, Mark? Are you hinting at some specific tragedy? No hints. It's almost shockingly obvious. There are children huddled up in the tower, hundreds of them. Their lives are hanging by a thread. If someone brought me a play with that premise, I'd give the playwright a good slapping on the face for being so trite. But life can be more shameless than theater, and that's the beauty of it. I've been in this town for a while now, but I still fail to see why the hell they built the polyhedron at all. Alas, I knew it would come to this. Are you about to head over to the Stomatons to ask them what they were trying to say with that creation of theirs? Please don't. Asking a creator about their intention is the worst of the deadly sins. So you believe a creator is not responsible for the troubles their work causes people? People are architects of their own troubles, Bachelor, and the author is no more than a mirror. Smashing mirrors is for the commoners who object to their own reflections. Perhaps. Still, the Stomatons likely know what's going on, and how to fight it. Unfortunately, they are dead. Rest in peace, the only two people who could have told me what the hell is going on. Hi. Oh, you know Greek? Get lost, I tell ya. Stomp those boots of yours out of here. Relinque. Are you deaf, you geezer? Should I spell it out for you? Something's wrong with the polyhedron. I think you should better leave it before something horrible happens. Listen to him, Jackdaw. Why does that name sound so familiar? You're the one that's wrong, dummy. Our tower's all right. Thanks. Is Jackdaw an insult that someone called me, actually? Or is Jackdaw a name of somebody? How can it be all right if it's sagging and tilting? And who are you, eh? Did you build it? What do you know about our tower? You know, Lumdrum's bum. Get lost. I just want to help. And I want to shoot lightning from my eyes. So what now? The world isn't perfect. So it doesn't worry you that the tower's suddenly rumbling for all the town to hear? It's not rumbling, it's playing. I've heard that melody before. Our tower is God's huge pipe. I only ask for one thing. Please be careful. Dangerous object. Beneficiaries. The polyhedron was erected by the Kynes Order. Who, if not Georgi, can help me unravel its mystery? Locals confirm this is a first here. What does it mean? What dangers might it carry? Need to ask the architects, did they foresee such functionality? With the Stevenson's death, the world lost the most talented masters of the century, and I had my best chance to learn about the polyhedron. Darn. Are we judging another case today? Where is he? The judge was expecting you today, but you never came. It's still the morning. Like, I just showed up. A few days ago, he invited me for let's call it a lesson. Change of plans? You merely missed each other. He left but a moment ago, and told me to send you after him. Today's dispute can't be held at the Crucible. The matter is too complicated. People have gathered for a council by the water tower. Just beyond the Stillwater. You'd best hurry. I saw the water tower beyond the Stillwater, but it looked abandoned. Why meet there? Field session. Okay. The judge suggests practical lessons outside town near the water tower. What's going on here? I'll talk to the crowd first.
Immortality is not what people imagine it to be. It's different. You cannot achieve it without dying.
Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, temper yourselves. No shouting over one another. If you have gathered a council, then behave as one. Let everyone speak, but in turns, with a raised hand. Everyone will be heard. I give you my word. With all due respect, Judge, but ever since the plumbing was destroyed, that tower has been standing there empty. Why hasn't it been put to use by now? Half the town's boarded up from the sand pest. People have nowhere to go. We could at least shelter some of them in the tower. That's what I'm saying. Give it to us. We'll set up a warehouse in it. Plenty of room inside. Ain't you got enough warehouses in town? We got a whole district with nothing but warehouses. You men, always trying to turn everything into piles of junk. Town's got no school, no hospital, but all they want is warehouses. What exactly is happening here? Such is our way, Bachelor. Since Simon's day, it has been customary that if a new district is being developed in the town, or as now, when some structure stands derelict, a council of sorts convenes for everyone to voice their wishes. I thought the town was designed strictly according to the kind's plan. There is no contradiction. If the people were beset by doubts, fears, skepticism, they held a council, and Simon spoke with them, listened to their concerns, to dispel their gloom. I say it at every council. The town needs a school and a hospital, and no one ever listens. Simon was special. He was wise, and his words flowed like music, but opening a hospital is always a good idea, but not in the water tower, surely. Moreover, we have lost the town's chief physician. Isidore Barras' word should have been decisive, but he will speak it no more. However, the council's opinion is heard. Once the sand plague recedes, we shall return to the matter of a permanent hospital. The sand plague recedes? We might not live to see this receding. No, let's decide now. The tower stands empty now, so now is when we must put it to use. Why the delay? You are right to emphasize the present moment and its needs, but do you truly understand them? Let me remind you that Simon considered this tower as a foundation for the newest optical system, which would now allow us to... Here we go again. The kinds are only concerned with their mysticism. What's the point of the town councils if everything ends up done the way your family wants? Victor at least listened to people, but you... Victor took part in these councils as well? If you had some everyday trouble to sort out, everyone knew which door to knock on. Victor's. He was the handiest of all the kinds, lived down to earth, knew how to talk to regular folk. They go building their cathedrals and stairways to heaven, and I ain't got stools at home, and my door won't open. Hinges are busted. And why is that? because the kind sent all their carpenters off to plane their miracles. Who's gonna plane the chairs and hinges now? These people, miracles are wrought for you. The impossible is achieved, and you fret about stools? The heat of the discussion is not proportionate to the subject. Calm yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. The optical project within the tower is necessary for the town. Simon dreamed of it for a long time. He left sketches of a system of many lenses and lighting devices. A system that requires a vertically organized space in order to... Everyone here loved Simon. His death is a wound on each of our hearts, but with all respect, Judge, I'm certain that if Simon were here, he would hear what we are asking. People are desperate, clinging to normal life with their last strength, building yet another piece of make-believe nonsense before our eyes, now. You might as well be spitting in our faces. Your voices will be heard, but now I wish to honor my brother's memory, and realizing one of his last projects is this ill-fated tower is the least I can do. The judge is right. You say you loved Simon, yet you refuse to hear even a word of his ideas. How can that be? Hear that? He's hiding behind Simon now. I'm done with this yapping. You want your system? Either do it our way, or you answer for it. Tell me, Judge, what else is this tower good for? Reckon it'd fit a gallows? Ladies and gentlemen, every matter can be resolved peacefully. Listen. What? What? Huh? I did not get the vibe that that conversation was going this way with the crowd. I get that they were upset, but they didn't... You good? You good? They laid him out. They beat him the fuck up. What? Truth seekers considered Georgi's murder justice. I couldn't do anything, or could I? What? What? Dead Georgi won't tell me anything, though I'm not sure he would have told me while alive either. Oh. Bro did not see this coming. The way it affected the town too, didn't it just tell me that it lowered unrest? The townspeople just took out their aggressions and killed this old dude. That's crazy. Damn it. If only I intercepted him at the Crucible today. If only I'd talked him out of this foolish dispute. Encore, encore. So I gotta go there immediately then? Immediately today? I thought they were gonna attack me. I thought I was about to get my shit rocked. Damn, so I gotta stop him from leaving the Crucible. That's actually hilarious. They just straight up killed him. That is so funny, actually. Why don't we continue the child gang plotline and go here? Khan has been sitting in a dog cage here for days now. That is such a funny outcome. They killed Georgi. Hey Khan, do you want to get released today? Are you having fun in the cage? Where's Notkin? Oh, here he is. Is this another game?
No time for rattling.
And if they attacked us at the sunny turn, they'll have to deal with Muck and Kalpak. That's what... They won't expect that, of course. They'll think they're seeing double. Today, some kids were going to burn other kids behind the cathedral. I can't condone this anymore. I've come to settle the matter. You're getting a bit big for your breeches. Did I read that correctly? A bit big for your breeches. Okay. You're getting a bit big for your breeches, physician. This is not your war. Not against you, and not because of you. Did you hear me? The dogheads were going to burn your soul in halves. They'd lit the fires already. Why have you come to press me then? Why should I give in? Let those rascals give in. Go to them. Argue with them. They're the ones ambushing us. These rascals, as you call them, only fight because you keep Khan in a cage. Do you think I'm happy about this? Do you think I sleep with the key under my pillow? Do you think I sleep with the key under my pillow? Caspar can leave at any moment he wants. He just chooses not to. I feel like it's not us who are holding him prisoner. It's the other way round. So you've offered to let him out and he's refused? I can't offer to let him out. The treaty won't allow that. I refuse to believe this is a dead end. Don't you want him to make his dogheads cool down a bit? If I just unlock the cage like nothing happened, that will be disrespectful towards the enemy. We tried to arrange an escape for him, to give a hint. It's no use. He just keeps sitting there, like he's grown into the bars. I don't know how to spell it out to him, that he's overstayed his welcome. Let me talk to him. I think I can find the right words. Step Chieftain. Nakin himself barely tolerates Khan, and Khan has convinced himself that sitting in a cage is a spiritual defeat. Will Khan listen to me? What is this connected to? Oh. Man, I said that exact same thing earlier. Khan, it's time to come out of the cage.
I won't grow at all. I haven't grown an inch in 15 years.
And if he'd made his pawn into, say, a knight, he'd checkmate me at once. But he won't make it into a knight. He'll want a queen, and that's how he will lose. What are you babbling there? Oh, it's you! And at the wrong time, as always. Maybe he'll leave if you tell him yet another one of his family members just died. I actually just forgot about that. Hey, so Khan, there's another funeral you need to attend, actually. For actually, like, also for your father as well. Because he's kind of like brain dead at the moment. So Khan, you and Maria are the last surviving kinds currently. So maybe it's time to come out of the cage. Why is it wrong this time? Tell me, have you ever seen thistle grow? How does it grow? Thistle rarely grows alone. It winds around trees, looking for support. We tend to think thistle is prickly, but that's not true. It's only prickly when it's ready to die. Uncle used to say I should be like thistle. Only here, in this cage, I understood what he meant. I believe you're mixing up thistle and ivy. It's ivy that winds around trees, doesn't it? I can see you don't know the first thing about botany. Why do you think thistle always grows near fences or high walls? Botany is Barak's field of expertise. I don't know every step stalk by sight. I can't even remember my patients sometimes. The thistle grows wherever it wants. On one hand, that's freedom. On the other, it can only sprout where its seeds have fallen into the earth. And then, is that freedom if you can't choose where to break out of the ground? If you always have to depend on a support? Yes, I see quite well what you mean. You must think I'm raving, that my brains have fried up after a whole week in this cage. I can see you're solving me, trying to get into my head, trying to see the world through my eyes. What are you seeing? I am seeing a teenager who's feeling lost. Oh. And I am seeing an adult who is feeling lost. See? We're similar, you and I. Perhaps, but I can no longer understand you. I could a week ago. You stepped in for that poor boy, Grunky, exchanged yourself for someone who was faithful to you, helped someone who was weaker, like a true leader does. So why do you want to help everyone else now? All those who have it hard without you. It's not something that can be explained. Any words will always be empty. What happened to me can only be experienced, day after day, in voluntary captivity. I expect what comes next is talk of the wisdom that's been opened to you, some kind of transcendence, even immortality, perhaps. I find these matters captivating myself. But, Khan, have you not a single shred of responsibility left for those you could save? Please stop breaking my heart. Do you think it's easy to refuse saving those you could save? The children are this close to real violence, Khan. To murder. Your dogheads have flown entirely off the handle. Without you, because of you. You've left them, and they strayed, lost their way, built up their anger. But I'm certain you can still make them see sense, if you return. Listen to yourself. These words of yours, who are they about? Me and the dogheads? Or are they about someone else? Someone who's chosen to leave, and left those who believed in him behind. You have almost understood it. It's just a couple moves before the end game. These implications of yours give me the creeps. But think of it just one more time, I beg of you. What is more important, a glint of truth or living people? Yes, perhaps a hermit might go endlessly far in his understanding, it's possible. But there is another way, that of the ruler. He might know fewer truths, but he brings those truths to the people. What would you choose, Dr. Denkovsky? Truth or people? Knowledge or power? The secrets of existence or saving others? Nothing to say? See, this is a difficult choice. The most difficult choice of all. Perhaps I haven't spent enough time in my own cage yet. When I try to answer honestly, I feel split in half. But we're not talking about me anyway. What will you choose, Khan? Huh, do I really get to make the choice for him? This... There's layers to this. There's so many layers to this conversation we're having. The truth, I'll remain in my cage and I'll keep growing in myself. The thing that my uncle believed to be a spark of immortality. As for the dogheads, it's their turn to decide their own fate. The people. At the end of the day, it's the people after all. You've reminded me who I am, what I'm capable of. I will come out of this cage and I will rule, or it will all come tumbling down without me. I'm sorry, Uncle. But I feel like this is like really good character growth for Khan to leave the dogheads to figure this out for themselves. But if we do leave them to figure this out for themselves, they're not going to, and I know that. They're not going to figure this out. They're going to be more violent, as we've already seen. Especially because, like, the dogheads, they can't even speak to Khan, and Khan can't even just be like, yo, guys, chill out. I'm doing my own thing right now. I'm really zen. I'm really zen in this cage. It's really cool, actually. Because they can't come into Nodkin's warehouse. Or I could tell him to go back to being the ruler of the dogheads. I mean, at the end of the day, I would like to see Khan more, and, I can't do that if he's in a cage. But also, I think it would, I can't make a decision. Again, I feel like it's such an interesting character arc for Khan to abandon the dogheads. We're gonna go with that one. The truth. I'll remain in my cage, and I'll keep growing in myself, the thing that my uncle believed to be a spark of immortality. As for the dogheads, it's their turn to decide their own fate. I envy your determination. I wish I could devote my whole being to the secrets of existence. But it's always one thing or another. Ale jacta est. I hope you don't regret your choice. Martyr. Pacification. This isn't completed yet, though? At least Khan told Dogheads to abandon attempts to free him and calm down. Will they hear their leader in exile? Oh, so he does tell them to chill out? Yo, dude. The cage is really cool. Chill out, guys. Khan is right. Everyone reaches spiritual heights in solitude. I abandoned attempts to free him. Why is this still red, though? We're not done here, that's why.
Cats know the fact of the matter. Ignore when a fool comes to chatter.
So, have you convinced him to come out? Oh, master negotiator? I don't really know who convinced whom of what anymore. It was a strange discussion. Yeah, he's like that. Can't out-negotiate anyone. Told you about the thistle, didn't he? He has some sort of special relationship with brambles. I don't get what he means, but it's still interesting to listen. My diplomatic failure has its own benefits. You can keep playing chess with him. So that's my new occupation, huh? A nanny to my old enemy. And my cat, Jester, keeps coming to his cage, too. Lets him pet him. Demands it. He's never been like that. Jester's only allowed one outsider to touch him before. The eldest kind. Little fluffy traitor. Indeed, Khan has become a lot more like Simon in that cage. Alright, enjoy the cage, Khan. You're doing a lot of growing in there. Hopefully the dogheads will chill out. Oh god, I forgot where I was. Okay, let's just start with you. Wasn't there someone else here today? Wait, what? Why am I missing a patient? Wait, what? No, there were 4 patients. I only dealt with 1. Where's my other patient? There was someone else with memory problems. Or is it my memory problems? How many patients are there today? Huh? What? I'm confused. Where's my other patient? And why is the game addressing it? Okay. Well, let's do you. You don't look right. Something with your eyes? Astrid. Don't give me this look. It's full of pity, and I don't need it. No pity, just merciless diagnostics. My assistant's notes say you have a fever, correct? I'm all burning on the inside, like there's a stove going on. I'm a tough gal, though. I get the fevers from time to time. I pour boiling water over herbs, 2/3 to 1/3, before bed. By morning, I'm like a new woman. Grandma's recipe. But now, the fevers are staying. How long have you had the fever? Since the week begun. I took my herbal tea before bed, like I do. Woke up in the morning, and my head was pounding like a hammer. I was burning worse than the night before, but it's nothing. Just have to bear it. You resorted to self-treatment, then? Of course not. Unless you count the herbs, but herbs are no medicine. The best medicine is work until your muscles ache, then washin', cookin', cleanin', and fetchin' water from the well. Clears any sickness like a charm. This time, it didn't clear. As soon as I realized it was not going away, I came here. Working when you're sick is a dangerous habit. I really don't recommend it. I'm a tough gal, you know. You may be tough, but as you're working and fetching water, you could infect others. Did you consider it? Just give me a pill and I'll be off. Lots of work to do. Okay. Her eyes don't look right. Where is that? Red eyes. She has a fever. Where's fever? Right here. Something is off with her skin. Maybe. Everyone wants a pill. Please step behind the curtain. I'm going to examine you first. Legs reverse. Legs. Arms reverse. Small red spots in huge number. Okay, so either rash or red marks. Back. Oh, more. Chest. Regular heart rate. Small red spots in huge number. Typical case. If not for the fever day after day, she wouldn't have come. Doesn't want to leave her affairs and pushes herself to the limit. I'm gonna check off skin redness. Could be rash though, but we'll see if she addresses skin redness. Measles! That's what we're being pointed towards. It's weird staying in the hospital idling around. I'm not used to this at all. You are participating, even if not actively. You're helping me create the vaccine, helping the town survive another day. So this is true then? I got the sand pest and didn't notice it because I was sick with something else. Yes, I'm really sorry. Well, must have been fated. The last outbreak spared me, but my time has come. At least I'll be with my husband and cuddle my baby boy in the hereafter. He would have been 5, going on 6 now. I am sorry for your loss. If the previous outbreak of the plague took your husband and son, then you must understand how important it is to find a cure. Will you answer some questions? I will, but I'm not very good at chatting. I only marked down red skin eyes and fever, so we talked about the fever. Did you notice the rash on your skin? Red spots on your face and body. I didn't notice nothing. No time for a looking glass. I have my hands full at work, plus the housekeeping. I'd have noticed had this rash been itchy or painful, but it's not. Why would I care? Okay, how long have your eyes been this red? I don't get much sleep, that's why they're red. No time to lounge in bed, not before, and especially not now. What do you mean especially not now? Any changes in your life? Everyone's lives are changing, Doctor, because of the goddamn plague. You sounded like you meant something more specific. I told you, Doctor, I'm not good at word slinging. I guess I misled you. I'm afraid you'll have to idle around a bit more. I have an errand to run. She said the red eyes I could ignore. I mean, this seems like a pretty clear-cut case, but, kind of feels wrong for cases to be easy. Maybe it is measles, a highly infectious viral disease with a very high transmission rate. It is marked by fever, inflammation of mucous tissues, conjunctivitis, and skin rash. Metropolitan Infectious Society suggests cattle as the virus source, but this theory doesn't have the unanimous support of the medical community. The body overcomes the disease, then immunity develops, preventing future infections. However, fatal outcomes are possible. Risk groups, children, as well as people spending a lot of time with children. What's her job? She's a factory worker. And she's single. We're gonna diagnose her with measles. I don't feel like I'm missing anything else. I think this is just an easy case. Alright, next set of patients. Well, I mean, one is the mother to the patient. Merca. Oh, it's you, right? The one and only. I could tell right away, so tall and important looking, and with such intelligent eyes. Top Eye, stop daydreaming and say hello to the doctor. He came all the way from the capital to treat you. Hello. What's with this impression of a dying swan? Go on and thank the doctor for agreeing to treat you, and speak up. Thank you, doctor. You're welcome. Let's get to it, shall we? I have a lot of patients to treat. Oh, we're sensible people. We know you're a busy man. And I know a thing or two about medicine, too. My second cousin's nephew is training to be a nurse in the capital. I visited him 3 times, saw the whole city. His name is Mikey Longlife. Maybe you know him? I have no idea who that is. That can't be. Are you sure? He's a dark-haired. That can't be. Are you sure? He's dark-haired, has a solid build, and he's so knowledgeable. He knows everything. Come on, Top Eye. Can't you at least nod along? He does, doesn't he? Yes, he does. And listen, I'm very much pressed for time. I have no intention of discussing your relative. I hope that's not why you came to see me. A mother's heart knows no rest. It aches and aches. It feels like it's about to leap right out of my chest. So you have a heart condition? What? No, doctor. It's my daughter who's sick. That's why I brought her to you. Come on, Top Eye, say something. Can't you see you're causing confusion? Don't just stand there. Talk to the good doctor. I don't feel well. My head's heavy. Like lead. Speak up, silly. She has a fever, doctor. It just won't go away. And her head hurts. And she's become weak like a rag doll. She's never been very energetic, as you can see. But now she's all limp like a noodle. Who's the patient here? Her or you? Of course it's her. Go on, Top Eye. Say something. It's me. It's me, doctor. Then why are you here? Then why are you speaking for her? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Why don't you wait over there while Top Eye and I talk? What do you mean, wait over there? Don't you see this silly girl can't string 2 words together? I do, don't worry. I'll handle this. She did not move. Oh my god, I pressed like 3 wrong buttons. Won't Mother scold me? For what? If I say it wrong, just answer my questions truthfully. Can you manage that? Yes, sir. What brought you here? It's like Mother said. She said she had a fever, right? I kind of speed ran through the Mother's dialogue. The Mother said she had a fever, and she said like Mother said. Where's the fever? Let us leave your mother out of it for a moment. You mentioned headaches? My head is hurting, buzzing. I feel so weak. I just want to lie down and never move. Headache and weakness, then? How long have you felt this way? Mother noticed it the other day. I'm asking when you noticed it. Is it your head, or is it not? A week or so, I think. You shouldn't listen to me, doctor. I'm usually wrong. Eyes on me. Follow my finger. Have you run a fever? Yes, Mother made soup and cold compresses, but it didn't help. It could be a simple seasonal cold. Is the fever spiking? I'm not sure. What if I'm mistaken? Hold on. Headache? This feels like just regular fever. Where is headache? Is it brain? Yes. And then possibly weakness, which would be, where? Where is the weakness? Possibly weakness. You know what you feel better than anyone. You cannot be mistaken about it. Never mind. Step behind the screen. I need to examine you. Oh, wrong button. Normal heart rate. Oh, that ain't right. Small red spots. Allergy, bites, just hygiene problems. One symptom? Small red spots. We're gonna select skin redness, but that could be insect bites, rash, lots of other things. You're better off speaking to Mother, because I might say something wrong again. She'll tell you how it is. Be that as it may, I need to question you, without your mother present. You can ask, but what good will my answers be? I'm stupid. You have a rash on your back, or maybe bite marks? Small red spots. I can't quite tell what they are. I don't know. Were you bitten? Is there some kind of allergic reaction? Are they ordinary pimples? Do they hurt perhaps? Do they itch? How should I know, doctor? Mother is usually the one who figures things out. I can't diagnose you based on what another person says. Let's try this again. How long have you been ill? About a week, I guess. I can't say for sure. Were there any times when you felt worse over this past week? No, only when Mother took me out at night. But she says it's nothing. That's how it should be. She took you out at night? What does that mean? Where did she take you? Oh, you're not supposed to know. Mother will definitely scold me for that. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm so stupid. Why are you so secretive all of a sudden? Don't you understand this attitude could kill you? Please stop asking. I won't say another word about it. Your mother seems to be in good health. Is anyone else in your household ill? It's just the three of us. Mother, my youngest sister, and I. Mother says everyone's healthy, except my useless self. Not a typical pattern for respiratory illnesses. Or are the others immune? I don't know what that means. Maybe you should talk to Mother after all. She knows about all kinds of illnesses. I can see we're not getting anywhere with this conversation. Alright then, wait here with your mother, and I will go take a look at your household. Maybe that will clear things up. Okay, this is our long patient quest for today. Where is her household? Over here? Yes. Show me how the patient lives, and I'll tell you what they're sick with. Okay, let's continue on over there. I gotta trade too. There are kids right over there. I have too many items on me. I need to turn them into less things. Hello? Wait. Oh yeah. Fuck. I forgot I did this. Oh, Yulia, hi! I actually need to talk to you about something. Good to see Maria hasn't killed you. I'm telling you, there's no such thing as an impossible object. It's all bunk. There are laws of physics, of chemistry, you name it. They don't give half a hoot about your objects.
Let's break this down into simpler terms.
You can see the polyhedron from here, right? What do you think keeps it standing? What law of physics? Whatever, some law. Stop with the brain rot already. What do you all have to make up a bunch of bunk and keep going on about it? Yulia? What are you doing here? I was told the street in the atrium had been closed off. I came to see for myself, and there were these sentries. So now we're sitting here discussing the nature of impossible objects, having a debate. A debate? Ha! That's not what we're having. I'm doing my job here, and she's asking for trouble. I've walked this street like 200 times, and never once saw anything impossible. And now I'm supposed to buy that this isn't a street but a freaking object? Yeah, right. What do you think, Denkovsky? Do impossible objects exist? Or is this simply a case of mass insanity, as my esteemed opponent here is saying? My first-hand experience has convinced me they do exist. That was the exact reason I ordered the street closed off. So you're the reason they're not letting me through. I was told so and didn't believe it. It's for your own good, Yulia. Trust me, you don't want to know what the street will show you. You can't talk me out of it, Denkovsky. I'm walking the street today. It's decided. You can either help me or clear off. In your dreams, that ain't happening. It's an impossibility. A very real one, unlike that object of yours. I want her to walk it, honestly. I want to see what happens. You ought to let Yulia through the street, especially since you're positive that impossible objects don't exist. It's not permitted. I mean, can't I just say it's permitted? I ordered it closed. I understand, but can't you make an exception for the architect of that street? Are you taking me for a complete mug? Streets don't have architects. Houses do, and towers, and things like those. So streets just pop up in place, I suppose, or spring from the ground like flowers. They might, for all I know. I'm not an expert. She created that street. Let her through and she'll get out of your hair. I must admit that your siding with me, Denkovsky, was the last thing I expected after the street was closed off. Wait, you're Denkovsky? Head of the hospital? Yes, that's me. Idiot me, I haven't recognized you. Allow me to shake your hand. It's a great honor. Marat? Why is that familiar? Really, Marat? Yes, really. This man here is the town's last hope. He's the reason you and I are alive, Gazim. We're sorry for the misunderstanding, Mr. Denkovsky. It's nice to meet a sensible person among the ranks of the patrolmen. Gazim didn't offend you, did he? Please understand, we're not standing here bickering just to be mean. We're following orders. They're my orders. I ask your kind to place you here. I think an exception can be made for Yulia. 'Cause Marble Nest? Is Marat really from Marble Nest? I don't recognize Gazim, though. Sure, why not let her through? Never mind the dressing down, we'll get later. We won't, I'm telling you. This is Bachelor Denkovsky himself. He'll put in a word for us. You will, won't you? Of course I will.
A smart person crosses the stream where it's the shallowest. But I'm not smart.
Why did you help me? Don't get me wrong, Denkovsky. I am grateful, but still, why? I want you to experience the monstrosity you've created for yourself. Must be that kind of day. The day of unexpected help. You know, Maria kinda came to visit me. When I saw her enter, I felt like the tramway's roof had tilted and was going to bury me under the debris. I understand. There's something eerie about Maria Kaina. I used to be skeptical about those stories of the mistresses and their powers. You know, superstition, town folklore. Any superstition must come from somewhere. There's no smoke without fire. I expected Maria to get revenge on me, by whatever means, getting the Inquisitor to change his decision, sicking the crowds on me, or actually cursing me, like they say mistresses can. Oh, look at me spewing nonsense. But Maria's shown me mercy and kindness. She's forgiven me. So she's forgiven you and you felt 100 times worse? It's easier to protect against outside changes than staying alone with your conscience. I'm ashamed to say I'm afraid of my own street. I avoided it before, inventing excuses for myself. I pretended my limp was preventing me from walking the route correctly. Pretended? Is that not true? I've calculated a way to even out my limp. There is a way for me to walk down the street and make it open up. But I'll need help from someone who walks together with me. But you were arguing with the patrolman alone. You haven't found an accomplice, have you? No. Not yet, no. Don't look at me like that, Denkovsky. Yes, I worry. I rushed to the street without finding an accomplice first. But I am certain about the main thing. I can walk down the street, and I must do it. Let's assume I'm ready to help you. But all of this doesn't sound like a solid plan, does it? Have no fear, nothing will happen to you. According to my calculations, the street will open, but not for you. You'll become the key, but I will be the one to enter the door. There will be no danger to you, I promise. And what about you? I'm not just worrying for myself. Deep inside, I still don't believe the street works as frightfully as you say. I don't want to believe, but I need to make sure. I need it, can't you see? Your impulse is certainly noble. Still, this is a serious task. Trust me, Denkovsky. I'm the creator of this street, after all. All you need is walk towards me in the opposite direction. The street only reacts to those walking in the intended direction. That will be me. How is this... Wait, how does this help you do the street correctly? Just me walking past you? I thought I was gonna help her because because of her leg. Because of her limp. I just walk in the opposite direction? Doesn't sound too difficult. Let's finally close this issue once and for all. Thank you, Didkovsky. Thank you for giving me a chance to look the truth in the eye. Now I'm getting curious myself. I wonder how it will all end for you. Build her under the bridge. Together. If one person wants to purge life into nightmare, another won't stop them. I'll help Yulia walk down the street in the atrium. The Rechiva wants to walk down her last street. This threatens her with embodiment of the worst nightmares. Should I stop her? The Rechiva is threatened by danger. Huh? So where's she now? Oh, I'm on the street. Wait. Oh, I am helping her. Whoa. What is going on? Am I walking slow because I'm walking alongside her? We're taking slow steps together? Wait, I'm a little confused, but something is going on here. I thought I was supposed to I thought what she was implying was that I would walk along the doorsteps opposite from her. Oh no, we're just slowly walking towards each other. Is that her? Is that her silhouette? Also, rare bound movement moment. Yeah, that's her. Whoa. That's not right.
Shall it rain? Shall it snow? Don't ask again. I don't know.
Something's wrong. Have you left the path? I asked you to just walk straight towards me, without any veering off. I did everything as we agreed. Walk straight towards you, never veering off. We need to walk it once more. We need to walk it once more then, because this is impossible. Why? What have you seen? Nothing. So what did it look like, this nothing of yours? I'm not lying, Denkovsky. The street's not working. I've walked down it and nothing's happened. Are you going to walk the street until it drives you mad? Is this what you're trying to achieve? Just curious. I've seen fog, or was it smoke? I'm not sure. What scares you most, Yulia? What's your greatest fear? My greatest fear is that it has all been for nothing. All? That is a pretty broad concept. What are you talking of exactly? I think the street worked. I think the street did in fact work. We're about to see her greatest fear in the form of, like, I don't think this is really the Bachelor speaking. I think this is what she's seeing from the street. And this entire interaction is just what the street is showing her. My work, my projects, everything. Is that really the worst you can imagine? Please don't think I'm being impertinent. I don't mean to pry, but it was you who called this an experiment. I'm trying to help you find out whether it's actually failed. I understand you're not asking out of idle curiosity, Denkovsky. Alright, be it your way. The worst thing I can imagine is a limp. I'm afraid of limping. Excuse me? What? My worst fear is that all of my works are like this. That they are imperfect. That they consist of nothing but flaws. Errors that cannot be fixed by any means. That all of them are limping like myself. And I believe that is exactly what I've seen. There. Oh, I see. So the street did work after all. Victor Kine was right. When he expelled me from the town, he was right. I didn't understand. Oh my god, this is so good. Pathologic 3 storytelling is phenomenal. This is so good. I mean, I'm so sorry, Yulia. I really am just... This is so good. I asked you to put in a word for me to sort this out. I thought the kinds just wanted me to suffer. But Victor refused to tell me the reason for my expulsion out of mercy, not cruelty. He was protecting me from the truth about myself. You shouldn't clear Victor of all blame just because you suffered. The kinds were cruel to you. None of this matters anymore. Turns out it did come true after all. My worst nightmare. All my life, I've been doing something I was not made for. All my life, I've been creating things that don't work. Limping things. You're being too harsh on yourself, Yulia. Please, Denkovsky, just be on your way, I beg of you. Thank you for helping me, but for now, I need to be alone. I know that look. It's the look of someone of... I know that look. It's the look of a person who's about to do something desperately foolish. Even if I want to do something foolish, I'll hardly be able to. You see it for yourself. Everything I make limps and doesn't work. Be careful, Yulia. Broken life. God damn. The street didn't work. She walked the street and it didn't work. And she realized that all of her life she's creating things that don't work. Things that have a limp, just like her. That is so strong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Broken life. Yulia walked the line she herself drew. She didn't go mad, but lost faith in herself. Perhaps forever. Oh my god. I don't know how I can go back to just working on patients after this one. Um, how do I get to the patient's house, by the way? Do I have to take a shortcut? Have they only blocked off the main road? I think so. God damn. Oh my god. I need like a mental breather after that one. Hey, hello. Irene? You can't come in. No one's home. Does Top Eye live here? We all live here. Me and Top Eye. That's my sister. And our mother, and... No, wait, that's it. I've lost my count again. I'm a doctor. I'm treating your sister. How long has she been ill? So long. I can't count. But when Mother was yelling, she said something about a whole week. Mother got very, very angry because no one was helping her around the house. For a whole week. Is every week whole? That's a work week. They say it's shorter than a whole week, but that's a lie. It's much, much longer. That's so interesting, and a little bit scary, or maybe even a big bit? The real scare will happen if I don't cure your sister. So your mother mentioned a week when she was yelling? Yeah, she scolds Top Eye, and sometimes she scolds me too. But I don't get sick, and so she doesn't yell at me as much. She scolds her daughter for getting ill? Really? She scolds her for getting ill. She says there's no one to fetch water and no one to go to the shop. I'm not allowed to because I'm stupid and can't count, and Top Eye can, so she does that. Did she give Top Eye any medicine? She didn't. She took her and went to the step at night. She said it would help for sure, for sure. And that, Copitans had their son healed that way. And then they went to the step again. But it didn't help, did it? Top Eye was crying, and she said that she got worse. She had a headache, and she puked. And she got so hot that she was talking in her sleep. Mother got even angrier, and if I asked anything, I got some too. Do you know exactly where they went? The step is pretty big. Oh, wait a minute. She puked, you say? No one had mentioned this symptom to me. No one but you, little girl. She puked. The mother says it was nothing. Popeye just ate something in the step that we don't eat at home. You know exactly where they went? The step is pretty big. I know where exactly. I wasn't meant to, but I sneaked after them anyway. There's a tent at the outskirts of the village. That's where they went. But then Mother found out that I was watching them, so now I have to stay away from home so I don't catch her eye. This is all very strange, thank you. I'll have to go to the step myself. Folk medicine was involved. Can I still go inside? I don't think so. The younger sister told me that even before coming to the hospital, the mother took Top Eye to the step for some reason. To Chicken? Yeah. Let's check off puke. Nausea and vomiting. Oh, is it gonna be this one? We haven't seen this diagnosis yet. Tularemia? Hour of Reckoning? Damn, I almost forgot. The engineer Boulder asked me for something in exchange for helping with the escape. What? I thought we were good. He's in it for the love of the game. He just loves driving trains. Well, it's gonna have to be another time. My patients were all the way out here doing something. All the way out here. God damn. There in that hut? There's something here. I guess this is gonna be what I examine. Step superstitions again. Then become an ethnographer. Hope I'm not desecrating anything right now. Step superstitions again? If not for the blood, and what is that? Hope it's at least bovine. Raw meat? And other disease pathogens. And drinking blood, frankly speaking, isn't healthy. And here's the result of not following a proper diet. It's obvious why a basin is placed here. No, nonsense. I think it's just traces of cleaning. And here's the result of not following a proper diet. Someone definitely vomited. The stomach couldn't handle raw meat, or is vomiting still a consequence of the illness? Yeah, raw meat? Neither the patient nor her omnipresent mother mentioned nausea. Congratulations, Denkovsky. Your lot is to stick your nose in slop. Or was there something like that? Can't remember everything. Yeah, neither the patient or her mother mentioned nausea. Perhaps it's unrelated and someone else vomited. Or perhaps Tapai and her mother deliberately kept quiet. That's it. Tapai's little sister let slip about the nausea. She said Tapai started feeling nauseous after going to the step, and her mother and Tapai hid the trip to the step from me entirely. Eating raw meat, contact with blood, all this could be a root of infection. Blood and raw meat. Tapai consumed them. That's surely how she got infected. Let me take notes. She consumed blood and raw meat. Could this be a symptom of something? Well, there's another concentrate. An unkept bedding, de facto on the ground. One could freeze like this. De facto on the ground. Some stains, some spots. Did someone spill something, or is it just sweat? Someone spill something? Who knows what concoctions the step folk give their patients? Oh, I went down the wrong branch. Bedding on the ground. Stained spots. Or is it just sweat? So far, everything adds up. Tapai had a fever. Fever causes profuse sweating. Throw off the blanket because it was too hot? Throw off the blanket because it was too hot? Or because she left in a hurry? Too hot? And what's this? Soot. The blanket stained with earth? Traces of insects. Right, she had a rash. She said she didn't know where that came from. Maybe traces of insects. Bed bugs, of course. Oh god. The small bumps on Tapai's backs. Surely bedbug bites. And that's how she got infected. Surely bedbug bites. Unsanitary conditions. Not murky feet. The murky feet thought bubble. Anyway, that does paint a good picture. Insect bites. Yeah, it's pointing us towards this one. Tularemia. An infectious disease transmitted through food, contact with rodents, and insect bites. The onset is sudden, with fever, weakness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and headache. Hallucinations are observed in some patients. Ulcers and or redness spots appears on the skin, also in the eyes. Are risk is permanent. Impoverished people, inhabitants of the steppe. I think all that remains is to go back and question the mother. Unless there's something else I missed here. I don't see any more glowing. Oh, hi. Hello. Are you lost, Demshim? A mother came here with her daughter. What did you do to her? She's a bad Aksan. Doesn't care for her daughter. Wanted to cure her daughter's ubshi. Sandpest in your tongue. But it only got worse. I told her, but she didn't listen. Why do you ask? I'm the one trying to cure that girl now, and I need to understand what happened before she came to the hospital. The Akshan wanted her Basagan to speak with Bodo, but the Akshan was too loud, and Bodo couldn't hear her Basagan. Burr Emshim. Burhe? Burhe Emshim. It failed both times. Did she spend a lot of time here? It was 3 hours the first time, and then even less. The Basagan couldn't keep the ritual food down, couldn't hear the earth. The second time, I told the Akshan, Be Tatgaz... Nope. Be Tatgalzak. Don't come anymore. You won't find help here. Why didn't you refuse after the first failure? Were you hoping something would change? I took pity on Basagan. She's so young, and I wanted to help. Wu Yumin. I couldn't. Actually, you did help her. She contracted a different illness here, and that slowed the progression of the sandpest. Team Aza Talantai. It is good the Basagan lives. Why did her mother come to you in the first place? The hospital was her second choice. She knew we don't fear your obshe, your sandpest. It comes from the earth Emshem, and so do we. We are kin to it. It is our Abgai. You are not from the earth. You don't hear Bodo. You hide your feet in boots, where she can't reach. You hide your bodies behind walls. That is why you fall ill. So the sandpest is not a threat to the steppe people, or just the Odong. Do you seriously believe that? Hayadi Emshim. You know little about Katange. You think you are wise, but your mind is limited by your own thoughts. You hear yourself. You hear only yourself. Listen to the new. Think the foreign. And then you will understand better and heal better. By and large, you are right. A learned man must broaden his horizons. But you know, I've already broadened them as far as they'll go in my time here. Go, Emshin. You have your business, and the steppe and her children have theirs. I'll tell my patient you said hello. Steppe ritual failed. Ah yes. What a useful thought. Damn, it is so late. We gotta lock in this thing. We might be missing out on some dialogue, but oh my. Tulermia. Definitely. So okay, let's check our diagnoses. We can check them here after 2 a.m., which is good to know. Wait, all diagnosis successful? That can't be. What? Protocol 8? What? 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 Okay. I correctly diagnosed top eye. And I made today's vaccine. What the hell happened to Petre? Petrol? What the hell happened to him? He didn't show up at the theater. And I made the vaccine without him. But he was there the first time I was there. I am confused. I am confused. Alright, that brings us to the end of this episode. Today we watched Georgi die, huh, didn't we? We'll have to fix that another time. Khan remains in Soul and a Half jail. But possibly for the better. He's doing a lot of growing in prison. And we walked the Nightmare Street with Yulia, which was honestly my favorite part of today. That was such a good quest line. It was really amazing. I loved the storytelling of Pathologic 3. But that brings us to the end of this episode. I think next, I hesitate to move on to day 9, but I am interested. But there's still so many objectives to do on this day, and we must also go back and save the Stomatans from dying. So I think that's what's on the platter for the next time. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.